When Solo Sikoa pinned Roman Reigns and Roman had Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso on his team, a lot of people were shocked and dismayed. Some even called for Roman to quit because they thought it was basically character assassination. Roman has become so strong coming out of the Bloodline storyline that started all the way in 2020. People are saying that Roman is no longer himself after coming back from WrestleMania 40, that he just gets beat up, that he just gets pinned, all of these things. And no, I don't think that's true. Now, if you were one of the people that called for Roman to quit and you kind of softened your tune, I get it. I've been there. I've had my favorite character, my favorite wrestler get pinned or utterly humiliated, or that he had been watered down. I've seen it happen, and I've also called for those people, just quit, just sign with AEW, go to WCW. I'm not like making fun of you. We've all been there. But I want to say this, Roman shouldn't be quitting because Roman's doing what he's always done, putting people over. I have a list of 10, actually I think it's 11 people that have been put over by the Bloodline since 2020. Now, a lot of people have gotten the Bloodline shine, or at least a paycheck from being in a main event with Roman, but I'm actually talking about they were better leaving the Bloodline storyline than they were coming in, and they've been elevated. And a lot of that has to do with Roman's mentality of when he came back in 2020, he almost flat out retired. He almost did not come back. And God, I'm glad I'm not in that timeline, because the Bloodline Roman timeline is the best timeline. Here's the thing though, when Roman came back, he said, I want people to be pulled into my gravitation. This isn't about putting me over, it's about elevating everybody else, including myself, basically, which is totally fair, and I respect that. So let's start off with number 10. Who has Roman put over? We'll just go with Solo. Solo just pinned him, and that's a huge deal. Solo Sikoa, he signed the WWE in 2021. 1 year later, he is the enforcer to the Bloodline. Think about this. He has only been in the WWE for 3 years. 3 years as of this video, and he is the main villain of WWE. Literally, he is the final boss right now in the WWE. And you can be like, oh, well, he's been pinned, he's been this. Okay, yeah, he's not as strong as Roman was when he was the leader of the Bloodline. Okay, he just pinned Roman Reigns. And for people saying, oh, well, Roman shouldn't have taken the pin because Solo's not strong enough. Well, now he is. Sometimes you gotta lose to said guy to make said guy. So Solo has now pinned Roman. Was every booking decision great? Nah, I really wish he wouldn't have lost to Cody twice in a row. But no shame in losing to the champion. Solo Sikoa, from rookie to now, in 3 years, has become the main villain of WWE. And if you look throughout the entire Bloodline saga, you have Roman always putting over Solo. You have the brothers, Usos, always putting over Solo. Sami Zayn, always putting over Solo. The Rock even putting over Solo. Everybody always had these great, awesome, amazing things to say to Solo Sikoa about him. And here we are now, as he is our tribal chief, and he pinned Roman. No, it's a natural progression. Roman put Solo over like he put over the other people on the list. And I want to put you over with this championship title right here. I will give it to you. Free shipping, free everything. All you got to do, though, is comment below, subscribe, and hit the bell notification. Once you do that, you're entered into a contest. At 10,000 subscribers, I'll do a live stream and give this belt away. I'll pick a random comment, and yeah, free shipping, free everything. All you gotta do is help the engagement of the channel so this channel can get to people who have never seen the channel before, and that way, eventually, I'll have enough that I'll be able to quit my day job. I would really appreciate it. I want to do more videos, more content. Even now, I hurry to do a video because I gotta get to work, and that sucks because now I'm not gonna get this video out for like, I don't know, 24, 48 hours, and well, whatever. That's my problem, not your problem. The only problem you have is winning this belt, but that's not really a problem. Just comment below and then problem solved. Maybe you'll win it, maybe you won't. Number 9 is LA Knight. Yeah, so LA Knight was already on the rise, but they could have put LA Knight in a lot of other fights, but Roman Reigns main evented a PLE with LA Knight. And not just main eventing a PLE, but there were weeks and weeks of buildup with LA Knight just being spotlit as the guy who could beat Roman. And it was a very unique buildup in that it was almost like with the other people who fought against Roman, Roman could always look better than them. But when LA Knight stood in the ring with Roman Reigns, it was like toe-to-toe. LA Knight had such confidence that he didn't feel inferior to Roman. While LA Knight one time, during Roman's like 3-minute entrance, he just interrupted him and walked right out, and Roman just didn't know what to do. Roman had never encountered somebody so disrespectful to the tribal chief, because all the other people who Roman fought on the main event scene, they would respect him even if they hated him, but not LA Knight. LA Knight didn't care. LA Knight was going to do his own thing, and I think that very much helped LA Knight. So what? He did not win. You don't have to win to get the shine, to be put over. Roman Reigns put over LA Knight, who had never really had a proper singles main event in the WWE, and here you got the Tribal Chief, the most powerful WWE champion in 20, 30 years, saying, yeah, I'll have a main event with you, and I'll even make you look good in it. Next is Paul Heyman, and you're like, wait, what? Alright, okay, so this one's a little bit of a stretch, but I'm just gonna say this. Paul Heyman is a career bad guy, right? Villain. No way could anybody ever like him. And yet, when Roman Reigns leaves the WWE, we all feel sorry for him. Roman Reigns somehow got Paul Heyman over as a face, as a good guy. Dude, this guy is so horrible. Paul Heyman is one of the most horrible people ever. And when he got powerbombed by the new Bloodline, everybody was shocked and appalled. You can go back to my videos and you will see me just being like, no, how could you do this to Paul? And any other time, we would have been like, yeah, get Paul, kill Paul, murder Paul. But here we're like, he's a 60-year-old man, how could you? When Roman beat up Paul, we cheered. But when Solo's Bloodline beat him up, we booed. And that's because just being around Roman changes our outlook of you. You like Roman, we like you, and we now love Paul Heyman somehow, some way. Jacob Fatu is next on the list, and you can't deny that. Roman definitely put over Jacob Fatu, and there were other people involved too. I mean, on Jacob Fatu's debut, Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, they completely got obliterated. So Roman isn't the sole reason, but he definitely took a beating like once or twice, maybe even 3 times from Jacob Fatu. And so you can't discount what Roman did for Jacob Fatu in a very short time frame. We're at like 4 or 5 months with Jacob Fatu in existence in the WWE universe. He's a monster. He is legit a monster. So much so that even when he steps up and faces down with somebody eye to eye, face to face, we get a "this is awesome chant. That's how good he is. And if Roman had just, I don't know, got in the ring with him and super punched him, well, Jacob wouldn't be where he's at right now. Logan Paul, 100% put over. I think, this was Logan Paul's third match. This was his third match, and he was in the main event with Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns could have really taken a complete dump on Logan Paul, which is funny because Sami Zayn called him a number 2 stain on Roman's shoe. But no, for real, Logan Paul could have been just completely obliterated by Roman Reigns. But you want to know something? There was this moment where everybody was kind of like booing Logan Paul or something, and Roman actually, he broke character and he said, don't worry about it. This is on live TV. He says, don't worry about it. They did that to me also for the first 10 years. And then Roman went to have a very back and forth match with Logan Paul that we actually, for a moment, maybe kind of considered that one lucky punch that Logan was going to hit it and get the pin. It was a very back and forth match that Roman won, but here we got a celebrity coming in on his third match in the main event. Roman could have just ate him alive, but didn't. And now look where Logan Paul is. Logan Paul is a credible threat now. He has fought Cody Rhodes. He's been the US champion. Just him coming into the WWE now is just entertaining. Whether you like Logan Paul or not, you can't argue that he brings eyes to the product, and he's really good for whoever he's feuding with. Had Roman Reigns just chewed him up and spit him out, well, I don't think Logan Paul, his aura would be the same. And yeah, I have to say that if it wasn't for Roman putting him over the way he did and presenting the match the way he did and saying, hey kid, don't worry about it, they booed me too, the way he did, Logan Paul wouldn't be as great as he is right this second. I want to add here that I'm not putting Jey Uso on this list. Jey Uso is great. I love Jey Uso, and he's a great character, but if the Bloodline were to stop right this second, Jey Uso, he's not going to be setting the world on fire like the other people. Jey Uso, definitely, the world will be ablaze. But that said, I love him in the Bloodline. I love him in the Bloodline. I just don't think he's benefited as much as others. Another person he put over, Cody Rhodes. I mean, come on. Cody Rhodes, definitely over. People love Cody. Whether or not you are loving Cody's title run or not, whether or not you even love Cody or not, Cody is in a better place from beating Roman Reigns. He's in a better place just being in a storyline with the Bloodline. You might not want Cody in your Bloodline storyline, but when he gets in it, he shines throughout it. And it's not just when he pinned Roman Reigns in one of the greatest ending of any WrestleMania. It was just very satisfying, a satisfying conclusion to Roman Reigns' title run. Whether or not you like the decision, whether or not we have hindsight in that moment, it was amazing and awesome to have the Avengers assemble, so many people coming out. It was great. It was awesome. And then when Roman comes back and they're on the stadium and Cody Rhodes actually gets the better of Roman, at one point, Roman is like, why are you doing this? Da, 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 da. And Cody then retorts and Roman has a moment of hesitation, doubt. And he's like, what do you want? Roman is putting over Cody to this day. Are they best friends? No, they're definitely not best friends, but they'll team together. They'll fight each other. Roman is willing to put him over. It's just, I don't know. Roman Reigns has made Cody a lot more credible. If you think Cody is weak now, if Cody had not beat Roman, you would think that he's just a complete nobody. I'm sorry. Cody Rhodes is good. Whether you like it or not, Cody Rhodes is good. But whether you like it or not, Cody Rhodes is better because of Roman, and that's perfectly okay. It's okay to be better because of somebody else. Stone Cold Steve Austin was good, but he was better because of The Rock. Hulk Hogan was good, but he was better because of the Macho Man. It's okay to be good, but better because of somebody else that you might not even like. Roman Reigns has definitely been a good thing for Cody Rhodes. Next up is Sami Zayn. If you haven't noticed, this list is in no particular order. However, I am saving the last one for the person who benefited the most, and I think we all know who that is. However, I will say Sami Zayn probably benefited the second most. Here's a dude who went into the Bloodline as just this cowardly heel. So much so that he wasn't even really meant to be a Bloodline member. But every time he got on camera with them, the chemistry was just so awesome and great. And I think what happened was one time there was some kind of flight delay. This is behind the scenes stuff. And the Usos couldn't be out there for a Roman match. They put Sami in and he took the bullet. If I believe correctly, if I think correctly, it was the Sheamus time. But I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But I do know that one time Sami he interacted with Roman and it was gold. And there he was being more and more inserted into the Bloodline until this dude from Canada somehow got inserted into a Samoan Bloodline dynasty, and it was amazing and awesome. I love Bloodline Sami Zayn. But that's not just it though. When he exits the Bloodline, he gets a title match and main event Elimination Chamber. Then he main events WrestleMania itself, night one, to beat the Usos, the longest reigning tag team of all time. He beats the Usos with Kevin Owens. He goes on to have a main event, I believe at Night of Champions, with Kevin Owens again against Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa, giving Roman a defeat. Granted, Roman didn't take the pin, but he still lost. I think Roman has been pinned 3 times since winning the belt and losing 6 times. Maybe 7, I don't know. I can only think of 6 times that Roman has lost, and Sami Zayn is one of those losses to him. Sami Zayn has definitely come out stronger. He went in as a sniveling heel to a dude who can beat Gunther, giving Gunther his only loss on the main roster. 666 days, record-breaking Intercontinental title reign. He pins him at WrestleMania. I cannot see a better person walking out of the Bloodline than Sami Zayn, other than our number one person, who is Jey Uso, but we'll get to him in a second. Sami Zayn he's credible now. And when he fought Roman at Montreal at the Elimination Chamber, you literally thought he was going to win. Sami Zayn came out looking so freaking good, and he's his own man now. Even as the Bloodline reforms, Sami wasn't putting up with crap. You know, he still went to Jey and said, hey Jey, I think you need to reconsider things, and then when Jey shut him down, he still came out and helped. Sami is going to do his own thing now. He's not the sniveling coward that he once was. Now, I prefer Sami as the sniveling coward that he once was in the Bloodline, but I can't deny that his character came out looking so much better as a whole, as a character, not from a personal standpoint, but from a character standpoint. He came out looking better, and now he is a main event contender, a credible threat to the main event because of his time in the Bloodline, because of his match with Roman Reigns, because of just everything the Bloodline did for him. Sami Zayn is more of a credible threat to me for a championship than even Kevin Owens. And Kevin Owens has held the title. So yeah, I gotta say that. Sami Zayn came out just super strong because of the Bloodline putting him over. Next up is Seth freaking Rollins. Seth Rollins, he's his own man. The Bloodline did not get him over, but they definitely kind of put some shine on him because of all the people that Roman faced during his title run. There is one opponent he has never beat. Not even Cody can say that. During his tribal chiefdom, there is one opponent that he has never beaten, and that is Seth freaking Rollins. They had a match at Royal Rumble, and guess who won? Seth Rollins did. He won by disqualification because he got in Roman's head so much. And so that's why I'm saying that Seth is on the list. And the other reason is because WrestleMania 40, Seth Rollins got involved in this whole Bloodline saga, and I really feel that it was that got him over with me. I know Seth was over. He was the world champion even, but for me, I don't know. I never really fully connected with Seth Rollins, but when he was fighting for the WWE, it was amazing. I remember the speech he gave about how he wanted to join Cody Rhodes, and he said that I am responsible. I had no idea what monster he would become, but I am responsible and I need to stop Roman. And then in the main event of WrestleMania 40, Roman has a decision. Does he hit Cody or does he hit Seth? And in Roman's mind, it was more important to hit Seth Rollins for his betrayal all the way back in the day of the Shield. It was more important for him to get revenge on Seth freaking Rollins than Cody Rhodes. He took the shot at Seth and lost his title because of it. So that shows that Seth Rollins, in Roman's mind, is the most important person. And that, to me, puts Seth Rollins even over more. Next up, WWE itself. Roman got the WWE itself over. Hear me out. In August 2020, WWE stock was at $43. Look at WWE stock right now, $110. That shows that business has been on the rise, and 2020 was some dark times, not just because of what was happening in the world, but WWE kind of sucked. 2019 was one of the worst years ever of WWE. It was god awful. Then, you know, that world life crisis happened, and there's nothing we can do about that, but Roman comes back, and he wins the championships. The end result is, look at WWE now. Look at where it was when Roman got the belt, and look at where WWE is now. I don't think anybody can say that WWE is not in a healthier spot. Whether you like Roman or not, whether you're tired of Roman always winning, whether you're tired of the Bloodline dominating WWE TV, Roman Reigns is a huge factor in getting WWE over as a whole, as a company, over with everybody in the entire freaking world. So, you know, Roman got WWE over. And our final one is the most obvious one, Jey Uso. Oh my God, he came out looking like $1 billion. Jey Uso has benefited so much from Roman Reigns, and I believe that Roman Reigns purposely made Jey Uso his focal point, because WrestleMania 39, people say that Roman didn't lose to Cody because he didn't feel that Jey was over enough, and you can't argue with results because he went to SummerSlam and they fought some more, and even though Jey lost at SummerSlam, Jey came out, and look at where he is at now. He is in main events. He is literally main event Jey Uso. He went to Raw, and the yeet chants, the everything, he outsold Roman Reigns and CM Punk together in the month of October, merchandise-wise. Jey Uso, 100%, this 14-year veteran, is now a singles main eventer. And now that he is kind of back in the bloodline, he came back as his own man. He is standing nose to nose with Roman Reigns. And he's just like, you know what? I'm your equal. I'm not your subordinate. I am your equal. Whether or not you feel that Jey Uso's run has been the greatest, which I don't. I feel they should have done more with him. I'm glad he got a 2-week title reign with the Intercontinental belt. Maybe it was 3 weeks. I don't know. I feel he should have got more. They should have done more with him. But that said, he's still just over like crazy. And hopefully when the whole saga is done, he goes back to being a solo star. Because Jey Uso has the it factor. He has something that, honestly, that Cody doesn't even have. I can't think of anyone that has other than maybe LA Knight. He has that it factor that you can't just, I don't know, create, manufacture. And that's no shade on anybody else, but it's just hard to get, and he has it. The way he comes out to this day with all of his losses, yeet, yeet, yeet. And you can be like, he's overrated, he's this, he's that, don't matter. The numbers don't lie. His sales are monstrous. He has come out looking so good because of Roman Reigns and just everything. Roman took a pin to him. It was in a tag match, but who cares? Roman took a pin from Jey Uso. And did that ruin Roman Reigns? Should Roman Reigns have quit when Jey Uso had pinned him? No. And that goes back to the beginning of this video, just like Roman Reigns shouldn't quit when Solo pinned him. Hopefully, Solo gets the same shine that Jey did. And yeah, Roman Reigns is willing to put his family over, but other people over as well. In this video, you've seen multiple people, at least 10, and even the company that Roman Reigns has put over. And so, yeah, I'm happy with the bloodline. And I'm glad that the bloodline is continuing. And I'm glad that Roman is continuing to put the bloodline over, and the bloodline is continuing to put more people over. And everyone just gets the shine. Everyone gets the shine. Whether or not you're like, oh, just everything goes to the bloodline. Okay, well, a rising tide brings up all ships. And Roman Reigns, his tide rose exponentially from 2020 to 2024, but everybody else rose with him. Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes, LA Knight, Logan Paul, Jey Uso, Solo Sikoa. Roman looking good and strong is good for everybody else, because when he does get the pin from like Solo Sikoa or Jey Uso, they get the shine. Cody Rhodes pinning them, they get the shine. So it's good to protect Roman, but every once in a while he does have to get pinned. Does that make sense, guys? So I appreciate it. Did I miss anybody? Did I forget somebody? Who else has been, I don't know, put over by Roman or the bloodline? Who else looks better now because of the bloodline? Please comment below. Let me know. And you guys, you gals, you have a wonderful day as we acknowledge the tribal chief, Roman Reigns.